Hey y'all, got a new fireplace built. Want to see how I built it? Check out the video, go step by step, show you how it's done. Alright, jumping right into it, we're going to rip down our plywood. First we're going to cut down the unfinished or raw plywood down to reasonable size so that we can use it for our open shelving pieces. And then you see me here ripping down our pre-finished one side, which will be the cabinet. So the inside is going to be pre-finished and the outside will still be raw, which will be good for painting. And rip those down, get them prepped. See, it's always fun pushing around those giant sheets of plywood through a job site table saw. Get that done. Here's that raw again being ripped down. You see it's going to be thinner because I like my open shelving to be about 12 inches, whereas the base cabinets are about 18. We're going to switch the blades in the saw to the dado stack so that we can rip in the back a dado so that we can have our back panel slide right in there. It's always good to have a dado stack, saves you a whole bunch of time as far as trying to make that slot in the back for your back panel. Moves much quicker. And when doing that back panel, I use a scrap piece of plywood to find the distance and then run it to about 3/8 of an inch. So it's going to be about half the depth of your plywood. Your plywood should be 3/4. Just slowly run it through there. Here's a good view. You can see it creates that dado in the back. Where the back panel will slide in, the nailers will fit behind it. And since one of our cabinets is going to be exposed on the side, we're going to miter that side just like that. And then it's time to pocket hole all of our nailers. Nailers go behind the back panels and it allows us to have something stiff to screw to the wall. Here's the assembly. I like to put the top on the table and then screw in the nailer and then pull both sides. Put a back nailer in, and you need a front piece for your toe kick to be nailed to. And there they are. Now time to rip up some poplar for our face frames. I'm going to bring it down to about 2 1/4 in order to have a little extra space to be able to open the cabinets. Keep ripping all that down. Make sure that they're all the same thickness so you have continuity throughout the entire piece. Then we'll chop them down to size. Here you see me cutting down what's going to be the base and ended up getting ripped down to 3.5. We'll get those all cut up. And then on back to the pocket hole jig. Get all those pocket holes drilled. Even though pocket holes aren't necessarily the #1 fastener, you combine that with some glue. It allows you to quickly assemble and also gives you plenty of strength by adding that glue in there. Very, very popular when it comes to cabinet building. Here's the face frames for the uppers. I use a little spacer block in order to make sure that the spacing between them is even.
Width-wise, and that should give us a nice clean overlay on all sides. Definitely soft close on the hinges. Yeah, 9:30 in the morning. Welcome to Florida.
If you want to see the build process for the doors, I will have a link to a door video in the description. We get the hinge holes drilled. Then we're going to move on to the fireplace surround. Very similar to the face frames. Pocket holes, glue, get it all screwed together. This one we don't have to worry about putting the backer panels inside it. We can just attach them to the back and they'll get caulked in. And for our mantle piece, we're doing a white mantle, so we're just going to use plywood, and we're going to put some edge banding on, and we're going to cover up that end grain plywood. Trim it down. Some people like this. I like the little edge trimmer here. It seems to work pretty well. I'm sure there's better tools out there, but this is what I got. And I'm definitely sure there's better tools than a pocket knife in order to trim up the edge. But these right here are going to be the supports for the shelves. I gotta leave those gaps in there because we're putting lights in there. We're gonna make those shelves a solid 2 inches thick. And here you see I'm installing them, screwing them to the sides. I've got supports behind those back panels to screw them to as well, and then making sure that that top piece fits properly. And it's time to sand it all up. Lots and lots of sanding, and then we spray. Good coat of primer on there. Let all that primer dry up. Sand the primer down. 2 coats of top coat. I like Sherwin-Williams Emerald Urethane. Little sprayer in action. And here is the marble tile that they picked out, and we got installed right there on site. And boom, time to party. There's your finished product right there. Customer is pretty happy. It's a repeat build of one I've done for them before. So they moved to the new house and they just had to have it again. So that's what we do. Just get it done. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I do a lot of these fireplace builds, so each time I do it, I'll walk you through all the steps, show you how it's done, maybe it helps you out. Hope y'all like the video. Hit the like button. See y'all next time. That'll be good.